Hello and welcome. Today we'll be going over the Acebeam E70. This light was sent to me by Jody from KillzoneFlashlights.com, which I am an affiliate of. I have a link below which you can use to save some money if you spend any money there on the website. It's a pretty good website with a lot of selections, including flashlights, headlights, and other types of gears like batteries and other stuff. So it's a pretty decent place. Check it out, and thanks again, Jody. Here we have the E70 in the box here. This is the 500,000, or rather 5,000 temperature rated version. There's a 6,500 temperature rated version as well. So I'm pretty excited to get the more neutral white version. And they sent this in the box as well. I think this is some sort of add-on or a diffused light. We're going to find out later when we open up the box here. So again, here's the front, here's the back, and the side, bottom, and the top. Okay, let's open it up and see what's inside. Here we have inside the box the light, a nice carrying case with the Acebeam logo. We have some spare O-rings, which is always good to have on hand. We have a silicone gel packet, the manual inside, and some warranty card information. And then we have the light itself. Let's go ahead and put this stuff to the side here and take a look at the light. First thing that strikes me is that it's a beautifully crafted light. It's got some good texturing here, and an underneath side that's obviously blue, got some texturing to it, so it makes great for a grip in a wet situation, and what I'm presuming is a pretty decent heatsink situation with all this exposed metal. It's aluminum, but the tail cap appears to be stainless steel, which is kind of nice. I prefer my stainless steel tail caps on these lights instead of an exposed rubber boot, in case the rubber boot gets all worn out. On the front here we have some crenulations, as you can see, and there's a protective film on the glass, so that's good to have on here. We have an orange peeled texture reflector inside, and I believe this is a XHP 70.2 emitter inside in the 5,000 temperature rating. I installed the battery in here already, so I'm going to go ahead and try it on. If you press and hold, we should get Moonlight Mode. But before we do that, we should probably take off the protective sheet for the lens here and get a better look at the lens inside. Now, to access turbo, you double click, goes to turbo right away, and that's super bright. To turn on, you also have to double click, and it has memory modes as well, so it will remember which mode you turn it off at and turn it on at. To cycle, you're going to press and hold, and it will cycle through the various outputs here. So very, very intuitive, very straightforward. There's also a few other modes which we'll get into in just a moment here. So here's the literature. I'm going to go through the run times real quick with the light and some specifications about the light. If we press and hold, we'll access the Moonlight Mode here. So that's going to be 1 lumen for about 11 days. If we press and hold it again, we have 50 lumens for 50 hours. Press and hold again, we have medium 1, which is 180 lumens for 12 hours and 45 minutes. Press and hold again, we have medium 2, which is 650 lumens for 4 hours. Press and hold again, we have high, which is 1,000 lumens for 2 hours and 30 minutes on the stainless steel version. And then high on the aluminum version is going to be 1,300 lumens for about 1 hour and 45 minutes. So there's a slight difference here between the two models. And then turbo, you double click, and you get 4,000 lumens for 2 hours and 15 minutes, or until this overheats. Now what I like about the light is that it's got a lot of texturing and heat sinking design in here, which exposes the metal to the air more efficiently. And it's got some crenulations at the top, as we can see, which is kind of nice to kind of protect the glass lens in there. And we have some texturing here too for more heat sinking. I like the fact that it comes with a lanyard, and it's already pre-arranged on the light. And again, the stainless steel clip seems pretty decent. It's got some screws here, so you can take this off and kind of customize it. Now for weight, you're looking at about, I think, 102 grams with the aluminum version, and the stainless steel is about 210 grams without the battery. So we're looking at a size length of 128 0.3 millimeters by 33 millimeters, the head diameter, by 27 millimeters, the tube diameter. It has low voltage warning, and it's also rated for 1 meter impact and 2 meter water submersion. Let's go ahead and get some beam shots of this light.
Okay, we're back shooting an aperture of 3.5, 24 frames per second. ISO is 2500. Temperature ratings 5500 on the Panasonic GH2. Here is the light on Moonlight Mode. You can see my hand there. Then we have low 1 again. That's the light. Not too bad. This is the mode I would use for walking around. You can't see it on the camera here, but it shines a pretty good distance in front. And then we have medium, which you're starting to see the yard light up a little bit. It's medium 1 or medium 2, I think. One of the mediums anyway. This is the secondary medium mode before we get to high. Definitely a lot more light to throw around. And we can kind of see the backyard. There's a tree there with a bird fountain about 30 feet or so out. And then we have high mode. And then if we double click, that's turbo mode at approximately 4,000 lumen. Very bright. You can even see the back there at about 60 feet. Let's go ahead and do a walk with the medium mode on. Medium 2, I think. So that's the center light, just came on. This is what the light looks like from about 30 feet away. I'll go ahead and stand near the tree here. This is the second medium mode. And this is high mode. Back to low. Back to medium. Secondary medium. Then high again. And this is going to be turbo. It's a very bright turbo, very useful. We're back. We're going to do a water test here. See how well it does being submerged in water. We have the light on medium mode here. Light is inside. I'm going to go ahead and run the water. We'll go ahead and take the light out. It appears that it is fully functioning.
Some final thoughts on the Acebeam E70 light. Overall, I really enjoyed this light. It's got a lot of nice features to it in terms of its aesthetics and its UI mode. It's pretty simple, straightforward. I like the form factor for the battery. It's one of the largest battery form factors you can use with efficient run times. I like the bluing, the texturing on the handle, the texturing on the head, the stainless steel boot cap here at the top. I'm a big fan of protecting rubber boots because they tend to get worn out over time. This can tail stand pretty efficiently. The pocket clip could use a little bit more work, although it does work and function. I would prefer something with a little bit more beef and longer length personally, but that's just my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. We can unscrew the cap here, and we do have some decent threads that are lubricated with an O-ring here. The spring contact inside is decent. I have a button top battery here from Cyansky. Inside I'll get my little light here so we can look inside the tube and see the other spring and the E-switch in the bottom there. Now some people might not like E-switches. I don't mind them personally, but I do prefer a more mechanical switch personally. I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera, but hopefully you can. Putting it back together can be a little bit of a trick because the springs push against each other. Kind of makes it almost fidgety to put back on. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Got a nice solid screw down there. And again, decent light. I'm really impressed. This is my first Acebeam product. And again, I want to thank KillzoneFlashlights.com and Jody for sending me this light for a review sample. I really appreciate that, guys. Some room for improvements. There's not too many I can think of at the moment right now. I suppose maybe having a different LED option would be good to have, perhaps. Although they do have a high CRI option. I do like my SST20 emitters. I also like my Nietzsche emitters as well. So I'm a bit of a, I guess, tint and CRI snob is what you would call it. But overall, perfect light for anybody who's looking for hiking, camping, emergency go bag, rescue type light. I can see myself using this on mountain rescues for the park I work in. A very good light, fits very well in my hand here. So very impressed, very happy with this light. Again, thank you, Jody from KillzoneFlashlights.com. There is a affiliate link that I have, which I'm affiliate with them, and you can save about, I think, 5% off on the purchase of this light at KillzoneFlashlights.com. So go ahead and use that and save some money if you're looking to buy this light. Now, it comes in aluminum, stainless steel, copper, and I think titanium as well. The copper is really pretty, especially with the bluing. So definitely try to get that one, guys. And that's all I have to say about the Acebeam E70. Thanks for watching.